Hey guys, Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I am here with Megan. She is a coach at Create Your Future, and we are going to be talking and reading her success stories from her clients. So it is like Feel Good Friday. We are going to read a success story, and we're going to talk a little bit about the success story as we read it. So Megan, what do you got there for us?
Hey Amanda, how are you?
I'm good.
I have a success story that one of my clients sent me. I've been working with her for, I would say, about 6 weeks, I think. So I'm just going to kind of paraphrase some things that she sent to me. But anyway, so she had come to me after she had actually attracted this SP, and then some fear and doubt got into the way. And she even says she can pinpoint her exact time when her fear and doubts came in, and they broke up. And to the point where he had asked her to move out. So she says, a couple days later, I remember Amanda's videos being short and putting things in a way that is easy to understand. I started listening and took notes over and over until I understood everyone shows up as you expect them to, and my faith was built up. And then I decided to give coaching a chance. So I called Megan. The process began with my really focusing on myself, the I am of me. I am love. I spent an entire week not focusing on him. I still kept my mental diet with my intentions as they come to my mind, but I knew in my gut I needed to work on myself because that is where my answer was. The focus needed to be on me and not him. What was I? I am love. I am worthy. I am deserving. I did a lot of internal work and healing. And am I there completely yet? No, but absolute beauty and truth is I am proof you can manifest flaws and all. Human moments with anxiety meds, and a buried and tear-filled Kleenexes. But Megan always encouraging me, saying, it's a journey. It doesn't affect your manifestation. I pressed on. I knew she and Amanda were right because the parallel between my thought and what had been manifesting was real. And to be exact, I kept reminding myself that with any negative manifestations, it was still a manifestation. So this is true and real, more real than my hands typing the story to tell you. As I started using this time to become completely aware and disciplined with my mental diet and intentions, I saw changes in both myself and him. Sometimes I would see old manifestations. I would immediately revise them in my mind, and as he was even speaking, I would go to work and realize I didn't feel very good. I would stop myself and I would correct it right then and there. I wore a bracelet he gave to me, and I used that as a reminder. I even wrote on the back of it his real name. I'm still living there because I did not want to move out. And one night, as I laid in our bed next to him, I intended for us to have a mystical experience as we slept. I don't know what his was, and mine was perfectly fine. I will share mine. I was lying there in bed, and I knew I was in our bed in his head, and he looked at me in the face and said, I know what you are doing. Don't stop. I took that as a sign that he knew that I was manifesting him back and that he was everybody's me pushed out. I kept on day after day, writing my intentions down, sometimes multiple times a day, and saying them to myself over and over and over. It took a lot of discipline and diligence. I started really understanding about bridge of incidents and not reacting to any outside circumstances. Reacting was a big thing to not do. I really want everyone to hear this because this was life-changing for me. A bridge of events also encompasses our own healing through this journey. It includes our dealing with beliefs that do not serve us, that we can create the life that we want, understand that is created when we get clear about what we want. I had thought it meant this SP's bridge of events, but that is only a part of it. You have to really be honest and raw with your ego. One of the intentions I set was that my first things stayed in our home. I was not going to move. My things are still in our home. They never left. I was very clear and made a decision about that. In fact, he just told me this weekend that he wanted me to put my stuff back in the closet and to cancel the storage unit. I wasn't moving. It didn't matter. I went through a lot of anxiety. I lost some weight, but I really kept going. I pushed on and stayed diligent with my mental diet and took the right path. I used whatever mental tool I had to get myself back on track with my mental diets, revisions, Ho'oponopono prayer, self-love meditations, listening to YouTubes on Neville, reading certain blogs, and coaching with Megan. I set intentions for fun things like being told I was beautiful, making friends, being brought ice cream, seeing a red bird, and just manifesting everything in my life as I became aware of my infinite power. I forgave myself for taking any medication to be able to settle my brain. I also realized it was about setting intentions to heal myself, but to truly realize how loved I am, because I am the fullness of love, how I am God. Now I am deserving. I am just because I am. I was not letting, despite my ego, I was not going to let go of despite my ego telling me something different. Then one Saturday night, I had a revelation who I truly am. I couldn't explain it. I just knew. He and I are one. So it was going to happen. And that immediately started setting an intention that it was going to happen every day. I started setting the intention, and I was not going to let go of what I wanted because I knew that it could happen. Then 5 days later, he told me he loved me. And guess what? My stuff is still in that house, and I am not moving, and we are planning to go see his parents, get a Christmas tree, and planning the holidays. Can't thank Megan and Amanda enough. You literally, what I want people to hear from this is everybody really is you pushed out to be diligent with your mental diet and to create the version of the person that you want in your life, because you can have anything you want.
You know, that is so amazing. You know, that is, and it's true. You know, once you get clear on what you want, you make a resolve to do it, it really doesn't take long, you know, and it's always those moments when you sit down and it hurts bad enough. You're like, no, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it now. And, you know, and when you do that, that's really where the magic comes. I mean, you know, she pointed out something very important is working on herself, her I ams. You know, I am love. You know, I always get what I want. I am worthy of being in a relationship. I mean, so often, you know, there's that core story of I'm not good enough, you know, and really, you know, what it sort of comes from is when we create people, okay, to not be very nice to us. So let's say I create Jerry as my boyfriend to cheat on me. And then Jerry goes and does that. And then all of a sudden I find out about it. Okay, now all of a sudden I make it mean that I'm not good enough. He cheated on me. What's wrong with me? Why is he doing that to me? If I was different, would he not do that to me? But really, it has nothing to do with us. We just created Jerry to be a cheating teddy bear. So it was our, you know, low opinion of Jerry that caused him to do that, because he is us pushed out. But where we get caught up sometimes, especially in interpersonal relationships, is we make somebody's bad behavior towards us mean that there's something wrong in us that caused them to do it. And all it really was our poor opinion or poor judgment of them. And sure, you know, like Neville says, you know, poor judgment of somebody is self-torture. And it literally is. You know?
It's so funny you said that, because I had a call with her today, and what she said was, I also wrote this down. She said she wanted to create the version of the person that she wanted to create, and she really realized thought transmission. And she said the guy she fell in love with was the real version in the beginning, and her fears created this new bad version, and she had to forgive herself for creating the bad version, and the real version was this loving person that she's in the relationship with, and how happy he is with her as well. And she wanted me to share that too. That's about his happiness. And if you're God of the reality, you want everybody to be happy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, you know, when we create these bad versions of people that are doing mean things to us, they don't like it either. I mean, do you think Jerry likes to be the bad guy that's out there, you know, being a cheating teddy bear and disappointing me? No, not at all. And that's really what it is coming to that point where we feel sorry for creating them to act like that, because they know not what they do. You know, we're the God of our reality. And, you know, if we're going to be the God of our reality and take responsibility to change something in the way that we want it, we also have to take responsibility for maybe things that we don't like showing up, you know. So that is so true. When we come, because everyone is us pushed out, when we shift energetically to that feeling sorry point in that relationship, then all of a sudden that other person shifts immediately to feel sorry too. If we dig our heels in and we're like, no, I've got an ego, they've wronged me, then they're digging their heels in, no, they've wronged me. And then we just get more conflict, right? So, you know, it's really, really about, yeah, you know, taking responsibility and feeling sorry. And the one thing she did that, you know what, she's right, not reacting. Like, oh, that's so important. There's no room for reacting and emotions and creating. It just slows us down. It's
Yeah.
hold on, Jerry, I'm going to freak out about what you did for approximately 3 days, and then I'll deal with it. I mean, you could have been over it by now, right? You know, so not to mention reacting doesn't feel good either, you know?
Yeah. And the other thing to sum up is I will tell you, every time I talk to this person, she said over and over again, I am making a decision from day one. My stuff is not moving. And every single time I had a session with her, she said that over and over again. My stuff is not moving out. I'm staying there. And I think like you have to have a declaration of that as well as the other stuff that we've talked about, and the real thought transmission, understanding that he's hearing her no matter what she's thinking. You're always manifesting.
Right. You know, and exactly, a declaration and intention, and do everything intentionally. You know, I've got a few clients that they show up in for sessions and they're like, okay, my intention on this session is this. Like, they create intentions of what they're going to get out of things. And, you know, I do everything intentionally as well. Just like these videos, every single video, I have the intention that somebody's going to find something in it that's going to help them to manifest something that they really, really want, you know, and it's always putting intentions and doing things intentionally. The other thing that she brought up that I love is being clear on what you want, you know, because when it comes to creating something, if we don't know fully what we want, we don't know what a block is. Because, you know, for instance, if I say, well, you know, if I say Jerry doesn't like me and I don't want to be in a relationship with him, that statement's not a block. Like, who cares? But if I say, well, I intend to be in a relationship with Jerry, but then I'm like, he doesn't like me, that statement now becomes a block. So getting clear on what you want is very important. It's like, you know, how can you get a GPS, guidance to a destination if you're not sure what the destination is? So we need to know where we're going and be clear on our goal. And once we're clear on our goal, we know what thoughts we want to entertain and what thoughts we don't want to entertain, and what sort of things that we need to call into our consciousness to be able to get there and to create it.
Absolutely. And with your GPS analogy, it's also like some people, if you still have that destination, that doesn't mean you go away from your destination. You still go no matter what, you know, so you stick with that. Some people get off things, they see something they don't like, but she do not react to anything, kept going straight to her destination.
Exactly. Well, this is so amazing. I am so proud of your client. I'm so proud of you. You're absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, I see on the YouTube channel and Facebook, like, people just rave about coaching with you and how good it is, and you know, and that's amazing. And you know, and yeah, so again, if anybody's looking for coaching, you know, right now I have a wait list that Megan is available, so the link is going to be in the description below. Definitely check it out. She's going to fill up fast. She has been filling up fast, so you know, definitely check that out and start getting results, you know. And you know, I think that your client I'm not sure if you read it in this, but you know, she made an interesting point that coaching is important because you've got a cheerleader, somebody on your side, a safe place to talk about this. And I know that a lot of my clients have said it in the past, is that they don't have a lot of people in their life that do talk about law of attraction, and you know, and yeah, so coaching is always a great way to get you to your destination. So yeah, set your coordinate for your destination and give us a call.
I'm so grateful for you and grateful to help everybody. I was grateful to help her reach her goal as well. That's what we're here for. We love it.
It feels so good. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm in this new relationship. I'm like, yes.
I know. I love it.
Sorry, Andrew. Anyway, well, we thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.